The 13th floor. Jason hated working late. The office was eerily quiet at night, and the flickering fluorescent lights did nothing to ease his nerves. Tonight, he was the last one in the building. With a sigh, he grabbed his briefcase and stepped into the elevator, pressing the button for the ground floor. The doors slid shut with a dull chime. The ride was smooth at first. The numbers above the door counted down. 10, 9, 8. Then the elevator jerked violently, throwing Jason against the wall. The lights flickered. A dull ding sounded. The doors slid open. But it wasn't the lobby. Jason's breath caught in his throat. The hallway outside was dimly lit, stretching endlessly in both directions. The walls were yellowed with age, the wallpaper peeling, the carpet stained. A single flickering light bulb buzzed overhead. He hadn't pressed this floor. There was no 13th floor in the building. And yet, the panel above the doors glowed red. 13. Jason's pulse quickened. He jabbed the closed door button repeatedly. The elevator hesitated, then the doors slid shut. He exhaled, relieved, until he noticed something in the reflection of the elevator doors. A woman, standing at the end of the hallway. She wasn't there when the doors were opened. Jason's heart pounded. The woman stood unnaturally still, her head tilted at an odd angle, her arms limp at her sides. The elevator descended, then it stopped again. The doors opened, the same floor, the same flickering light, but now the woman was closer. Jason's breath turned to ice. He hadn't moved, but she had. Her face was still hidden in shadows, but he could see the outline of her mouth, too wide, slightly open. A whisper drifted into the elevator. Going down? Jason slammed the buttons in a panic. Nothing worked. The elevator lurched downward. He clutched the railing, his breathing ragged. He dared not look at the doors again, but the cold dread in his stomach told him he wasn't alone anymore. Slowly, hesitantly, he glanced at the reflection. The woman was inside the elevator with him. Her face was inches from his. Her skin was gray, stretched tight over her bones. Her mouth hung open in a silent scream, jagged teeth lining the void inside. Her eyes were hollow, black pits. Jason let out a strangled gasp as the lights went out. The elevator plummeted. His scream was lost in the darkness. Then, silence. The lights flickered back on. The doors opened to the lobby. Jason stumbled out, panting. The receptionist at the front desk looked up. "You okay?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. Jason turned back to the elevator. It stood empty. The digital panel above it blinked. 1. He swallowed hard. That elevator stopped on the 13th floor. The receptionist frowned. "We don't have a 13th floor." Jason's blood ran cold. He turned back toward the exit. But just as he reached the glass doors, he caught his reflection, and the woman was standing behind him, whispering. "Going down?"